Hey there, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. It is Thor's Daddy's Day. It's Wednesday. I hope all of you are having a peaceful and wonderful Wednesday. Just like a little disclaimer, this thing's probably going to be a little bit rambly, but um, people have asked me about my planner, and I wanted to, because I'm going to kind of plan for a couple of weeks, I wanted to show it to you guys. And you've caught glimpses of this before. It is just a composition book, and I do different things to the cover. This cover, I love elephants. They're very special to me. I think this is from a friend of mine. It's a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson that says, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." This is a recent sticker by Miss Leanne, and I am using Leanne stickers to decorate my next 2 weeks coming up. I think this was also on a package that that Leanne sent that I just really like. So I guess this is just a way to show you guys that, a planner is not, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be manufactured. You can pick up, you can just pick up a composition book and just go for it. I'm not a very pretty planner, but I've always planned my weeks, and often not quite this way. When I was a booking agent and a music publicist, I had to keep notebooks for my clients, clubs that I called, contracts that were due, contracts that were meant to be sent, band schedules, when they would be home, when they would need to tour, supporting records, that kind of thing. So, everybody seemed to have a notebook, and then I had a big main notebook. I cannot explain to you how big that stack was, but it worked for me. So I've always done some sort of planning, but never in a traditional planner. You can see kind of what happened here. I did not plan starting about on April the 8th. I didn't even do very much starting on the 25th. On the 10th, we got bad news, and that kind of just set the tone for the next week. I did, though, you guys, really utilize short lists, and I cannot stress enough how these short lists really helped me get through a tough week. So we've got short lists here. This is the one from the 21st. This was after the K-Man had passed away. So you can see my short list. If you're just overwhelmed, I don't think a planner is a great place to be. I think if you're overwhelmed, then you need short lists, and you need that sense of accomplishment. Even yesterday, I started a short list. Now, this is not even the whole list. I actually don't know where the list is from yesterday, but this is just like part of it. But today is the 24th, so I thought, we would kind of go back in here. I am taking out my short list and just stashing them over here for the moment, and taking out my paper clips so we can just kind of work in this area. Like I said, if you're overwhelmed, I just don't think a planner is a very good idea. I think that short lists work really good. And when I say short lists, I mean things like 3 things, make the bed, sweep the deck, sweep the porch. Nothing complex, nothing that is going to take up a lot of brain power or energy, but something that is constructive and physical. I really do like that. Now, that said, yesterday, Chris and I planted a garden. He did a lot of work outside. He made a fence for us out of some. We trimmed our crepe myrtles. Way trimmed our crepe myrtles. We crepe murdered them, as we say in the South. But you know, he's had all those sticks in the yard for quite some time. He's built a fairy hut. He's built other structures. So yesterday he built a fence, and that it was very physical activity, and it really kept us focused on physicalness. You know, I have no doubt that every day things are just going to get better and better, and I know that's going to happen, but right now it's just really important to put one foot in front of the other and just keep moving. That is the practice of good grief, and I'll be doing a video about good grief, hopefully today or tomorrow, sometime soon. Okay, I have highlighted my days of the week here. I use like a 1 3/4 inch space, and I also leave a space. This is my carryover, and that's why you see that that little arrow up there. It tells me about upcoming things that I need to plan for. And really, this should have, nope, because that's the week, that's not next week, that's the week after. Okay, so I'm good with my arrow being there, and I'll just go ahead and highlight this one too, because that's what I need to put on my calendar for the week of 5/06. This is kind of what's going on during that next week. May is really busy because the farm opens and there is just so much to do. The other thing that I really do like to do is I like to know the temperature. Now, this is, you know, a couple of different reasons to know it and to know when it's going to rain. Like I said, we just planted our garden, so it's good to know, you know, what the temperature is going to be. You're going to laugh, am not a fond of rain at all. So you know, if it's going to rain Friday, then I'm going to move any of my Friday tasks that I need to be out of the house to do on Thursday. Do not like rain. The other thing that I always need to highlight is that these are show dates for Chris, where he'll be, you know, he's out at these times. And the reason I do that is because I don't really have to plan supper on these dates, but I do have to plan like a late lunch before he goes to his shows. So it just kind of helps me with my grocery planning. To know that I don't have to cook on these days. Or, you know, we might have something like hot dogs or pizza or something really simple like that. The other thing that I really like to do is I like to make just five little columns here. And I'll show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to put a mark here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a mark here. I can't draw straight worth a, whoops, sorry, flip, as my mom would say. Can't draw straight worth a flip. So I like to use 5 lines this way. Also, the joy of a planner like this is you can mess it up. And, you know, it's not so no big deal. And then I like to kind of highlight that like this. Now, these are tasks that may take me out of the house. Or these are time-sensitive things that I have to get accomplished. I also like to, speaking, you know, time-sensitive, this is where I put bills that are due, so I can hopefully have enough cashola to pay them. That's a joy and a half. So we just go ahead and highlight in our blocks here. I love highlighters. I much prefer highlighting over painting something and waiting for it to dry and then putting text over it. Never quite works out for me. All right. Okay, so these are time-sensitive things, and we can already start putting some things in here. I do want to remember that Monday we picked up Kronk from the crematorium, and it's been an absolute joy to have him home. He sits on a shelf, and I put a little electronic candle on his beautiful box, and I can walk by there and touch him and kiss the box. All kinds of weird stuff like that. It's been part of my healing to have him home. It's wonderful. Sorry, I had to drink some tea. All right, Tuesday we planted. So I need to remember, and I had to run errands. I went to the post office. I went to Lidl and picked up a few things, and I think that's all I did. I had planned to do a whole lot, and it was just like didn't happen. Yesterday we planted potatoes. We planted okra. We planted green, we planted green beans a couple weeks ago, but oh well. Potatoes, okra, cucumbers, and tomatoes. So that was awesome. Just to, I tell you, digging in the dirt is super, makes you feel good. And it was a beautiful day. It was just a great day to just be outside, and I took full advantage of it. I did not do a lot of work in the studio. I just was outside, and I think that this little tree sticker from Miss Leanne that was in her sticker pack called Call for Spring had a beautiful tree in it. So I think I'm going to put that here. Again, I'm not so much of a sticker person, but I love Leanne's stickers. And they're very, 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 very unique. Really beautiful. Okay. All right. And I also kind of like to put, eats somewhere on in my planner to make sure that there is nothing more stressful to me than to not have a bite to eat in the house. And sometimes that does happen. So on these days, like when Chris is playing, I can just do a salad and baked potato or something like that. This just may be too much information. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not accustomed to doing planner videos. But I wanted to show this to you guys just to show you that it just doesn't have to be that complicated, right? Yesterday I had a huge client block. So I work for 2 people. So I'm going to put that in here. I usually do that like that. My pink highlighter is starting to fade. Let me go grab another one. And this is also something that I like to take all the way across. But I usually just do client. I don't do, look at that. That's humongously messy. Oh well. And I just do one line here. I don't know why I did 2 right there. And then usually on Saturday, and Sunday. I usually only have one client that I need to work with. So we will mark that with some pink. The next thing, I used to put a little, I used to like put like a income tracker here, but I don't do that anymore. That was a stressful thing too. So the income tracker is now, I tucked it right here. This is how that's going to work here. That's another beautiful thing about a book like this. This is my journal, you know, my daily journal. So it's in here too. It's one book, and I need one book. I can't function with like 10, you know. I have this book, and I have my burn book. The burn book is what I use to track things in the studio, and I'll show that to you as well. So we're not going to do that income tracker anymore. I've got my clients here. What I like to do is put studio burn, and if I am like here in the morning, you know, this is where I'll track things, and then I take them from here and put them in my burn book. So it's kind of a, to me, the studio burn is a think space. And I like to do that in blue. Now, there are some other things that I need to log in this book. I'm planning on a drop-off for my friend's shop tomorrow. I need to, on Friday, we are having a big yard sale, so I need to be sure that I am prepped for our community yard sale. And I think that's it. Wednesday, again, don't really have to have supper, so just a big lunch and a big lunch. And then here, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Usually on Thursday, I will also go to the grocery store, but this week I went on Tuesday. I didn't really get very much. Haven't been hungry, but need to get back to that place where I can kind of eat. Another thing that I need to think about is I have got to order contacts. I'm out of contacts. I've got my last pair in my eyeballs. I have got to get back into doing some yoga. I have been walking, so I'm very happy about that. I've been walking Mia every single day. We can go back to, oh, okay, so Friday I wanted to go to Publix. They have awesome buy one, get one free things. I need to go to the Dollar Tree and pick up postage supplies. And then on Sunday, I need to pack my Etsy orders, because on Monday, I need to go to the post office, get my orders out. I think, I don't know when the next, I know that we had a full moon last Friday, so we won't have another moon phase that means anything to me until the dark moon, until the new moon, dark moon, same thing. So that's kind of what this is looking like right now. As you can see, like, the next week is horrendous. I've got 3 festivals, and that means 3 vendor previews. So the next week is crazy. All right, I want to show you my burn book, and then we're just going to call it a day because I am having concentration issues. This is my burn book, y'all, and it has really morphed from, when did I start this? And I may have started it in January. Can't remember. Oh, okay, 12/31/18. So yeah, I did start it in January, but you can see that it, and then this is the February space. This is where I just track things that are going on in the studio, and you know, any thoughts that I have about it. This is, of course, a Lucy that I've used as a tab. So you can see how this works. I wanted to show you my tab for April. Is one of my bookmarks, and this one turned out to have like this shadow quality about it, so I just used it there. And then this is a list for 4/22. This is for 4/24, the things that I'm working on right now. So between these two things, and that is it, I kind of get organized. I wish that this was more productive today, but it's just not. I'll try and do like a revisit for my planner later on, you know, maybe when I'm a little more coherent. But I do hope that you enjoyed this, guys. I hope this shows you that you just don't really have to have one of those 25, 30 plus planners to get started and to kind of organize yourself or organize your day. Like I said, my planner, it has my journal, it has a little think space in it, it has some calendars, it has my financial, it has everything all in one book, and I really do enjoy it. I hope this gave you something to think about today. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you click the subscribe button. Not everything is so disjointed that I put over here on the YouTubes, as my mama would say. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.